what I'm doing here is I'm taking a look at the SDI site, and you guys can log on to SDITDI.com and go to the courses and look in the blanks up here in the blocks. And like right up here is rescue. I'm going to click on that. And this is what I was telling you about before. And I'm going to put a link down below, of course, to the site. Now, the rescue course is probably one of the most fun courses that you're going to take. Now, I want to point out something right from the get-go. The rescue diver course, the recreational rescue diver course, does not make you a public safety diver, okay? It makes you a group-aware diver, able to handle difficulties and having some basic knowledge about being able to handle difficulties that may arise. And of course, as an open water student, you know what I mean when I talk about stress. Maybe you've been out, first time you went out on the dive boat in the ocean, and you felt those butterflies, better known as anxiety or stress. Well, as you build your experience through, we just talked about advanced adventure, and gaining knowledge and dive experience, then that anxiety goes away, because nothing is better than knowledge and experience for dealing with different situations. And of course, what the rescue diver course does, it helps prepare you just in case. Now, the likelihood of anything ever really happening is next to none. But at the same time, it gives you an insight on how to handle some difficulties within yourself, maybe some difficulties your dive buddy may be experiencing, or another diver that's on the dive boat. And I'll give you some understanding real quick. I happened to be on a dive down in West Palm with some advanced students, and we were off. There was a whole bunch of people on the boat. I think I had like 5 or 6 advanced divers. And so we jumped off the boat, dropped down, and we're moving down along the reef, enjoying ourselves. And again, there's a lot of people on the boat, and this guy swam by me, and he's breathing off of his yellow hose octo. And now, he wasn't one of my divers, but when I saw him do that, I thought, well, this is kind of strange. And I looked at him and I gave him the, hey, are you okay? And he gave me the, yeah, I'm okay. All right. So, all right, well, again, he's not, I did what I could do. I asked him, he said he was fine. So as the dive finished, we're back up on the boat. We're having the surface interval. We're sitting around eating pineapple and relaxing. And he's sitting across from me on the boat on the other side there. And of course, being me, I couldn't stand it. So I got up and I walked over and I asked him, I said, how come you did the whole dive on your yellow hose octo? And his comment to me just floored me. Now, I've been diving 50 years, but it really shocked me when he said this. He said, well, my primary doesn't work. And I'm like, really? So when you take that rescue diver course, you go over things and review things like pre-dive safety checks, so that if you have an issue with a piece of equipment, then you're geared and you know what to do. You're not going to make a dive with an inoperative piece of gear. All that guy had to do was ask the boat crew or ask any of the people on the boat. I always take an extra reg set with me when I take a group. I would have been glad to just lend him, which, as a matter of fact, I did, so that he could make his next dive safely. And that's the sort of thing that the rescue diver course prepares you for. And again, you give us a call, sign up, get your online code, do your online academics. And then what we do is we have a classroom session to go over the academics and do discussions about making sure you fully understand what all the academics are about. And of course allows you to ask questions about what you might have issues with. And then we spend 2-3 hours in the pool practicing a lot of really good skills that are going to help you and not only be able to assist somebody else, but be able to help yourself in self-rescue as far as if anything came up, you would go, oh, I remember, I'm just thinking back to my training, I remember, I know what to do, bum, 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 bum. And so that's the nice thing about the pool training is we prepare you. Now, then what we do is we take a day, we go out and we do some open water training. A lot of times we really enjoy going over to the springs to do this. I didn't say caves, I said to the springs. And we do, and some of you guys out there with your instructors may go to local lakes or whatever it happens to be. But we go to the springs and we practice and we do some open water scenarios that simulate some of the things that go on per se in a real rescue. And it really is a lot of fun. And usually we have 3 or 4 different scenarios that we deal with, we practice, and we improve and such. Now, to do the rescue diver course, you need to have your first responder /CPR course done. If you would like, you can do it in concert with your rescue course. But once you get that rescue course completed and you carry that rescue card, it doesn't commit you to do things. It just makes you knowledgeable and confident, I should say more confident and less stressed about your diving. And maybe when you hear somebody else making a comment on a dive boat, you're able to talk with them and relieve some of their stress about what's getting ready to go on in the dive. And then when they make their dive, they're more comfortable, which makes them a safer diver. So that's a little bit about the rescue course. Now let's talk about the difference between master diver and dive master.